Honestly, Chantel was nothing short of a hot mess. But before we get into the drama, let's get into Chantel, you all. But it's Mary.
And I'm
Be much press a like,
subscribe,
and comment down below. And do not forget to subscribe to our Patreon, you guys, for juicy content, you all.
Yes.
But let's go ahead and talk about Chantel, you all. Winter basically had an audition or whatever for her plus size modeling. That went well, but Chantel went on a date with a broke man with tight pants, a t-shirt that was too tight with a cross on his chest.
She called him the white Pedro.
Basically.
So moving on.
Yeah, and basically obviously was broke. I feel like more than anything, she should definitely get somebody who is established, who she is attracted to, but also has a good heart, who has good moral character, who is a decent person, who has class. Who has class, who has manners. The guy
comes on a first date and you're unbuttoned from here to here. For what?
And it was cold
you're
outside.
Unbuttoned from here to here for what? Like, already you're showing all your chest. Like, and nobody wants to see all that.
Yeah.
Nobody wants to see all that. Looking all oily and stuff.
I mean, you showed more chest than she did. Not that I'm encouraging women to show their chest, but you know what I'm saying? I just felt like that was a bit much, to be honest.
That's a lot.
And then you take her, it really was not even a date. You take her to an arcade, and you have her standing up in her heels all night.
To play some
pool. And then he's like, I want to undress her soul before I undress her clothes. And I'm just
Are you crazy? Who are you talking to again?
Chantel, why didn't you just text back one of those baseball players or athletes in your DMs? I mean, like, really? You went on a blind date with some broke man?
Please don't go for Drake.
Don't.
He is one of the worst of the worst.
Yes. I just feel like she definitely could have responded to some of those people in her DMs, for sure. That's what I would have did, to be honest. I would not have gone on no blind date in the rain in New York and all that. Like, I would have gone on a date with somebody who comes to pick me up. Okay, it opens up the door for me.
Oh, she had to go meet him?
Yes! Yes, saw Titi in the rain in high heels and all this stuff. Like, already. Like, I feel like you can know what type of man he is by, like, if he says, I'm taking you out on a date, and he's like, oh, I'll meet you there, meet me there. Like, he's not going out of his way to really roll out the red carpet for you. You kind of already know what type of guy he is. He's obviously broke or he's not interested. Because I feel like men who are genuinely interested in you, they actually go that extra mile. And if he's not doing that, you need to move on. If a man's not treating you like the princess that you are, you need to move on expeditiously. Because there are millions of other men out there who probably will treat you the way you deserve. But I felt like that was, I mean, at least she got her feet wet, but wrong dude.
Yeah.
Wrong dude.
Yeah.
But let's talk about the really interesting stuff. Lydia, Pedro, and Nicole. You are a-hole, you are a boo essa. Like, oh my, the way she said it, like the way her mouth all contorted, like, it was so hilarious. Like, I was dying with laughter. And she said, you know what, Scott? You're asking an a-hole. You're an a-hole. You're an a-hole. Actually, and then she threw the water all on her mom's face. And Pedro's like, what are you doing? Actually. Like, that whole thing was a mess. And then, of course, Scott there, sitting down there, it kind of reminds me of that crazy dingbat woman on 90 Day the Other Way. Like, I don't want to say Tasmanian Devil, but I mean, you know that woman, Kimberly. Ah! Shut up!
Oh.
That's what he reminds me of. I remember she cussed out the brother. Yes, he said some words also. But as soon as she gets in front of her husband, she wants to sit down and cross her legs and be like,
very meek.
Very meek. That's what he did with Lydia. He acted very meek. But as soon as he sees Pedro in the gym, it's like he's egging him on.
Yeah.
You trying to kick my ass? You trying to fight me? You trying to fight me? Why? Like, don't give me cheap shots. Don't give me cheap shots. What's going on? What's going on? You trying to fight me? You trying to fight me? He said, and then he pushes him, calls him every child.
He's the one who took the cheap shot.
Right? And he calls him every name in the book except for a child of God. She's fine. Called him every name in the book, and then he wants to sit down and act like a victim. I'm trying to get to know you. Like, are you going to talk to me now? Like, you actually wanted to go there. You actually wanted to fight him. Like, who says... Like, who says I want... And then also at the end of the thing, he says that I'm going to have sex with your mother.
For spite.
For spite. And every single time you're going to know that. This man is an actual demon. Like, actually. But you know what, Lydia?
I know. You said guys, something very interesting.
You guys were demons in Chantel's lives. And now you have a demon up in your family. Who's coming for your mother. What goes around comes around. So I can't really say I feel sorry. I mean, really, I can't really say I feel sorry for you guys. You guys went and used Chantel, and if you think that you're going to get something good in life, you want to
have your little happiness.
You want to have your happily ever after you scam somebody who's actually a decent human being.
I know.
Like, really. And I mean, if you guys did not, if Chantel was not in your life, none of you guys will be, like Nicole, you would not have your breast surgery, you would not have your braces.
Exactly.
Lydia, you would not be having your weave extension, you would not have been able to get your plastic surgery for your face. Like, for real. And the thing is also, she brought you guys on the show, which I feel like was just another source of income, for sure.
Know.
Like, she didn't have to be on 90 Day Fiancé and have to be embarrassed like this and have her stuff out there for the world. I mean, really. But I feel like Chantel's first mistake, you didn't meet the family. You didn't let your family meet him. And then you didn't listen to counsel. Like, I can...
Exactly.
And your mom has a really good marriage. You know what I'm saying? Like, she's obviously doing something right. And also, your family will always have your best interest in heart. And you didn't give them that opportunity to vet the guy.
Exactly.
And most of the time, I feel like when a woman does not introduce a man to her family, it's either one or two things. I really feel like it's always one thing, but just for... You can say that was the second thing. I feel like the first thing for me is I think it's because, one, she knows that there's something's off about the guy, and she knows that her family will probably discourage her from being with that man. So she does not introduce him to the family to kind of cover him.
Yes.
That's what I think it is most of the time.
Yeah.
I don't know if there's necessarily a second reason, but that's
it. That's it right there.
That's all, because my thing is, if you are proud and happy to be with somebody, why wouldn't you tell them? I think the second reason will probably be is that maybe your family just is against you getting married or whatever the case may be, or maybe they're just don't have your best interest at heart.
It doesn't even matter. It doesn't even matter. Even if your family's one of those families, it's hard to get along.
But if he's a great guy...
Let the man go. If he's a good guy, you get to see how he handles conflicts.
Yeah, that's true.
How he handles people being rude to him. How he handles people being shady to him.
How
does he get all insecure like that guy with Pedro?
Yeah. Does
he get all insecure? Does he start cursing your family?
Yeah.
You see, you get to see all of that, and when he do that, and says, "Come on, let's go." You go ahead, honey. I'm just gonna stay back. You taking their side? No, I didn't want to stay here and talk to them. But you go ahead. I'm with family. I'm good. And let him go. And as he go, let him continue to go. You can get one of your family members to call him and say it's over. Especially if he handles that badly, because that's how he's going to handle you.
That's so true. That's
Anytime
so true.
you have a disagreement, he's going to talk about your awful family who was awful to him. Even if you and your family don't get along.
Yeah.
Go and see. Now, I'm not talking about family members who have essayed you. I'm not talking about that kind of family members.
Yeah, no.
Those kind of people, those are not family members.
They're demons. They're demons.
They're not family members. They never have been. So I'm not talking about
Even people who have physically abused you. Those are also demons.
That. Yeah, I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about, everybody has family issues.
People who are dramatic, some people who might be louder than others, people who talk too much, you know what I'm saying, about business that's not there. Like that type of stuff. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? But not talking about serious criminal actions that have been taken against you.
No, not that. We're not talking about that. No. And you go and put yourself as a victim back to your past abuser. We're not doing that.
Yeah, not at all.
So that's not what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
But the regular stuff, no.
Yeah. But yeah, so Scott cheating and all that stuff, taking pictures of him, spying on him at the pool.
I know. What is he doing at the pool anyway? What do you need to do at the pool? Talking to women, young
Giving your
women,
numbers,
giving
I'm
your
talking to
numbers
them.
For what?
Obviously, he's not really interested in Lydia. Obviously, he's trying to
Then
be
you're
on
bringing your
TV.
ex-girlfriend in the same hotel. And Lydia, you honestly think, but I think her leaving with her children, she's beginning to see. But like you said, Mary,
Y'all
I'm
were
sorry.
demons in Chantel's life, and
you
now
don't
you're
get
getting
to
that.
have your little happily ever after
You sure
after
don't.
you messed up Chantel's
Yeah.
chances of that. Because see, you guys should have left her alone, and I promise you, she would have found somebody
Yeah.
who was gonna be kinder to her. Maybe later on in her 20s, but not at 25.
Yeah.
Maybe 26, 27, but not at 25, and that would have been the love of her life.
Yeah.
But Pedro came pretending to be that, and he wasn't. And he waited out for 7 years until he got his papers.
Yeah.
And then he was out. Like, I don't want to say typical DR, because we already saw Johan. Now we got to look at these people from DR with the side eye. Like, who are these men?
Yeah. Very true.
And if you all are from the DR, tell us. We want to know.
Yeah.
Are Pedro and Johan just bad apples, rotten apples in the cart?
You don't know.
Or are they the typical apple in the cart?
Hello. But yeah, y'all, it's Mary.
And I'm
Leave what you guys like
subscribe.
and comment down below.
Bye.
Bye.